Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Alex, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be at about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seat belt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? And welcome to Weird Wednesday, where it's blurry on my side. My camera's been working all through sound check until like 30 seconds ago. Now I'm all blurry looking. What is up? With technical difficulties, they continue to plague me. Wake up, camera. Really? I'm just going to be blurry. Am I blurry to everybody else or just to myself? I swear I haven't been.
It was perfect all through sound.
Yeah. Yep. Let me try something here. Good, great, googly, freaking moogly, man.
Diddly. Christina said it's been a weird one for sure.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. She's usually got some real weird ones. Oh, Heather. Yeah, Turquoise says you like blurry AF.
Blurry AF. Is it any better now?
Yeah. That was a yeah and a yeah. I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
A yay and a yeah.
How's it going, everybody? Now that I'm not a blurry, drunken looking mess, I can say, hey, how's it going? What's happening? Everybody had a good week? And me and Jamie were both a little under the weather last week. So we dipped out.
Yeah.
Is your what we're in. But we're back. In black. Yeah, I'm not blurry now. Good. Okay. Now the show can continue. What were we going to talk about? I have no idea.
We're all situated.
Cool. Yeah, you know, the whole world's a shit show right now. I haven't really to be honest. I haven't been paying attention to hardly any of it.
Well, it's a good thing because it's.
Is that unresponsible of me to not give a damn?
Mm.
You
Christina said it was like you had KY jelly on the screen.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. But I don't use KY, I use Astrolube. So. KY is thicker, though. It makes a blurry screen better.
What are you doing with your cameras? Because Christina?
When is that garbage supposed to hit the moon? It's supposed to hit the moon pretty soon. Hit the moon pretty soon. Hey, I'm rhyming now. Look out. Yeah, space junk. I don't know, if Elon Musk keeps shooting up more satellites. I mean, how many thousands of them are up there now? And is there any plans to ever get those back? Or are they just like when they wear out, do they just keep floating around in space and become space garbage?
Well, actually, I have an article that I didn't read, but I posted it last week. China has these machines that are actually plucking satellites right out of the sky because they're pissed. Yeah. It's like this big hand grabber, and it rips the satellite, sucks them in, just takes them.
Now, what gives them the right to be pissed? Weren't they the ones with that big giant ass rocket that was just flying through space and they said was going to crash into Earth?
Because it was dangerous, because they can't maneuver around it, and yeah,
is all like I used to watch Star Trek, and you see them, in the Enterprise when they're like, oh, we're entering whatever, an asteroid field, and they're like, trying to maneuver through all the ice. That's what I see space like. Mm-hmm. Future is just, they shoot a rocket up and it has to maneuver through all the space shit, all the space garbage.
One thing that is up there is another story that I didn't do today. The Roadster that they said, where's Elon's Roadster that, he had launched up there that time. And so I have an article on that. I haven't read it. I don't know where it's at, but it's in the news. Might read it next week.
I wonder if it's just floating around in space, or was he going to try to put it on the moon or something?
Well, I think it was like for a test, so he just decided just to like shove that up there. Like if there's going to be space junk, I guess it'd be cool. And
it's a Tesla. Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well have a Tesla. So it's been 4 years already.
Wow. Time flies when you're shooting stuff up into space. Uh-oh. I'm trying to get blurry again.
Exactly 4 years ago, they launched it. And since then, the Roadster has been wandering in somewhat irregular orbit in the solar system, going around the sun approximately every 557 days. According to whereisroadster.com, that might be cool to look up, an independent site tracking its location in space. The Starman Roadster duo completed its first orbit around the sun in August 19 and flew by Mars for the first time October 20. It's orbited the sun 2.62 times. It's currently so the tracking site shows it's currently 234,366,378 miles, or 20.97 light minutes from Earth, and is moving away from our home planet at a speed of 4,020 miles per hour. Yeah, so if you guys want to know where the Roadster is, just go to that whereistheroadster.com.
Whereisroadster.com, where you can get Elon Musk's comic books, The Adventures of Starman. The guy has it all, man. He's got a freaking car in space. He's got comic books. He's got satellites. He's got electric cars.
Well, yeah, he's Elon, man.
He's got a girlfriend that's like a rock star. I mean,
wait, him and his that chick and him split up a little while ago.
See, man, I don't watch TV. I don't keep up on current affairs, obviously.
I got that just skimming articles.
Oh. I'm always out of the loop, you know?
I've always got my eyes open.
Yeah, did JL says, didn't Musk provide a satellite link for media or Russia recently? Supposedly it was for the Ukraine. But haven't heard much about it. You know, I was talking earlier. I was talking with a friend of mine. Isn't there a song that has that in the lyrics just the other day? Anyways, yeah, we were talking and she was like, yeah, you know, with all the green movement and all that. And I'm like, you know, and I said, here's my 2 cents. They don't give a shit about the green movement or freaking Earth or anything. Oh, that's not true. No, it is true. There's people that have come up with, you know, electric cars and stuff way before Elon Musk, you know, and they were snuffed out. You know, I've got light bulbs from the early 70s that still work. They still work. One of them's in my lamp right up there. You know, Thomas Edison had light bulbs and batteries that worked. They never ran out. Tesla had energy figured out 100 years ago, but none of that. If we really want to talk about sustainability and green and good for the environment,
it comes down to green, like my dad always said.
Exactly.
It's for money.
Exactly.
Why, Dad, can't they make gum that doesn't lose flavor? Couldn't they make a tire that never goes flat? Well, yes, they could, but they wouldn't make money off of you having to replace it.
You know, why doesn't every house here in Florida why aren't they run off of solar? You know, the fucking sun shines a lot here. It's Florida. Come on. I've been thinking about trying to get solar panels on my house. I would like to go to, you know, self-sustaining house, but you know, you can't do that.
No, that's kind of like the way I would like to go.
You can't go.
I'm ready to go backwards.
Yeah. It's back to pioneering days. Speaking of pioneering days, anybody watch 1883 or Yellowstone? That was some pioneering that was some hard living back in those days. Yeah, like Ian said, it's all about money and control. Comes down to it, I don't give a shit about eco-friendly.
No.
Eco-friendly sucks if you can't make money off of it. We don't want it. Yeah, 1883. Did you watch it all the way to the end, Christina? It's a good show, but it'll definitely make your eyes kind of watery. Yeah. Leslie saying, no, that's too much work. Hard pass. Yeah, that was some hard living back in those days.
Like Oregon Trail.
Like nowadays, you know, you want to move across the country, you just pack your stuff up and have somebody take it, or you take it yourself and you just move. Back then, if you wanted to move across the country, you did it on a horse and a wagon, and you had to worry every single minute of every single day about being robbed and killed and raped and butchered.
And the horror, like Oregon Trail, all the the horrible illnesses and stuff.
Yeah, you get sick along the way. It's just like, you're SOL. You better figure out how to get better.
Back of the buggy.
Yep. But man, times were simpler back then, that's for sure. Well,
there's a lot of people right now just giving it up going back to basics, getting rid of a bunch of stuff, detaching from the clutter, and downsizing.
Yeah.
I'd like a little community on some land somewhere and just be sustainable. I've been wanting that for 25 years.
Yeah, we keep talking about that.
Mm-hmm. If we would have done it when we first wanted to, we'd be set right now.
Yeah, we would.
It's the Taurus procrastinator in me.
So, yeah, I've got my fair share of procrastination too. Like I was saying earlier, I got like 10 things I got to get done today. And by the end of the day, I got 12 things that I got to get done because, yeah. So, has anybody heard just recently, like in the last few hours, about a nuclear storage place in Washington that trying to be taken over by somebody?
Wait, no.
That just popped into my brain. I meant to ask you about that earlier. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Yeah. And there are no, I don't want to give my, personal opinions, but there ain't. This is another one of those things that people have to be really careful about picking, like if they're picking sides on, because it's not what it's being made to look like. And the people that are suffering are the poor people fleeing in fear.
Apparently, this looks to be real. I don't know. This was just a few minutes ago. Decommissioned Washington State nuclear site evacuated after reports of shots fired. It says a decommissioned nuclear site in Washington State, the Hanford site, returned to normal operations Tuesday after it was evacuated on reports that shots had been fired at the location. The site announced a statement Tuesday. Personnel were allowed to return to their normal duties. Okay, so it happened yesterday.
I'm looking it up now.
Yeah, I just heard about that just a little while ago.
Huh.
Anybody else heard about it or know about it? I heard it was an old nuclear site that is now a nuclear storage site or something. And they got a message that said, like, run now or fight or something. I don't know.
So, like, okay, going off a top, this is media, mainstream. Okay, we got The Hill, NBC News. They're saying shots fired. Yeah. Then we've got KIRO 7. No evidence of shots fired or injuries after the lockdown at the nuclear site. And that was 15 hours ago. That looks like the most recent. But work noises apparently prompted report of gunfire. Again, I can't trust what they say or what explanations are either, because it's too easy to. I don't have trust in nothing anymore.
And nothing, absolutely nothing.
I mean, I used to not have much trust anyway, but I gave things the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
I don't trust. Yeah.
I don't know. Look it up and see if y'all can find anything on it. I don't know. I just heard it like literally like 30 minutes ago or so. Have I lost weight? Hell no, I ain't lost no weight. I'm fatter than I've ever been. Looks like it. It's those professional camera angles I must be using.
The special camera angles.
Yeah, it's all smoke and mirrors.
The ones that us over 40 know about.
Yeah, and I'm way over 40.
They go, why does everybody over 40 go like this? It's like, actually, yeah, that is kind of my selfie pose.
Yeah. Yeah, watching the news and stuff. I don't know. I don't know what's real. I don't know what's real anymore.
Well, I'll talk to you on the side because I gotta spew. But it's not what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on a major diet of some sort soon. I just ate a donut right before the show. Yes.
Well, you didn't say you have already. You said you're gonna.
Gonna, exactly. Ah, boy. I've been stress eating. But anyway, enough about getting fatter. I'm taking up more, what is it, carbon footprint on the earth.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, at least I don't have this guy's problem. You guys probably have seen this. I think Zach posted something about it too earlier in the week. But hey, it's Weird Wednesday. Most of my news stories, I couldn't really find any good, weird, like paranormal stories. So they're just weird. My news articles this week are just, weird, strange, just batshit crazy people, basically.
That's kind of what I do. I don't look for specific. I mean, I do look for paranormal and weird. I just try to find weird.
Yeah. Well, there's Olympics and all that going on in China. We've all heard stories about that, and they're treating us bad. They got us locked up. They got us here. They got us there. We can't compete. I'm too emaciated to compete now because they've had me locked up. Well, this guy was competing, and apparently it was pretty damn cold because Finnish skier suffers from frozen penis in the Olympics race.
No.
It's one of the worst competitions ever. Yeah.
How did that happen, and how has that not happened?
Well, apparently it has happened before, but this guy, a skier from Finland, has suffered from unbearable pain after his penis froze during a race in the 2022 Winter Olympics in Beijing on Saturday. According to multiple reports, you can guess which body part was just a little bit frozen when I finished. Remy Lindholm, 24, told media after the men's 50-kilometer mass start cross-country skiing race. Good Lord, that was a tongue twister. From start to finish, the race reportedly lasted nearly 1 hour, 16 minutes. Skiers braved 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit, along with 40-mile-an-hour winds, which made it feel like minus 26 degrees. You better be wrapping that sucker up. It was one of the worst competitions I've ever been in, Lindholm said. It was just about battling through it. After the race, the athlete's final competition in his first Olympics, Lindholm used a heat pack to help thaw out his frozen penis. But his recovery proved challenging. When the body part started to warm up after the finish, the pain was unbearable. The situation could have been much worse, however, as the course had been reduced from 50 kilometers to only 30 kilometers over concerns about the harsh weather. Oh, man.
Okay, wait. You know those little hand warmer things that you put in your pockets?
Yeah.
Could you place it on that, lay it on that in whatever they wear? Or like a sock? Could you put it in a cozy?
Yeah, I mean, he should have had a chode warmer or of some sort.
Or like the material for their ski jacket, like a little sleeve, like a water wing, a little tiny water wing made out of. I keep on you say little tiny frog, a big gargantuan water wing.
It was that cold. It was tiny. It's that cold. You got to put your finger up your ass and yell snake just to find it. So, but it gets better because you think he would have learned, and it says, however, this isn't Lindholm's first time suffering from a frozen penis. He faced a similar situation during a race in Finland last year.
That's what.
So, if you're going to go cross country skiing in minus 26 degrees with 40-mile-an-hour winds, you better wrap your junk up a little bit better than these Finnish skiers do, because if not,
You might get gangrene of the peen.
you could get frostbite on your wiener.
That was good. Frostbite. That's the word. Gangrene on the peen was a quick one.
Yeah, that was a good one though. That's like some pioneer. Like that goes back to the other conversation. I'm sure some of those people ended up with gangrene on the peen.
But yet Chelsea Handler's out there with just her I guess the pasties maybe the pasties were little warm hand pads out there skiing topless on TikTok.
Yep.
More than once, right? If it wasn't more than once.
Yeah. This apparently isn't his first time. You think he would have figured it out? You know, it's been a year. You think he would have figured it out? Hey, I don't want my wiener to freeze again.
Oh yeah, remember last year my dick froze? Like maybe I should do something about that. That was kind of a problem.
Break it off or anything.
Yeah, did a dick sickle.
Oh man.
Don said that.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were cups and things, and if they did, if like one of them hand warmers would end up doing more harm than good.
Hey, you know, if I would have raced last year and froze my wiener off, I would have figured a way to keep it warm this year.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, one time.
A little fur coat.
Yeah, something, you know, a little
hot dog bun
or something. Yeah, a hot dog bun, toasted or something, you know. You know, they're wearing those tight suits though. Maybe they didn't want, you know, the extra bulge.
Oh yeah, the weight from the bulge.
Yeah, or the wind resistance.
Oh
My
yes.
wind resistance is slowing me down.
My wiener resistance.
Yeah.
So I got something kind of weird up in Canada. A Canadian couple's dog gives birth to a rare green puppy. This is UPI.
This is a strange one.
This is strange. A Nova Scotia couple whose 3-year-old bulldog gave birth to a litter of 8 puppies said they immediately noticed something unusual about one of the newborns. Her fur was dyed green. Trevor and Audra of Middle Saxville said they thought their dog Freya was finished after delivering her first 7 puppies. But while they were cleaning the canine mother, she started to go into labor again. Freya delivered an 8th puppy, this time encased in a black sack, contrasting with the translucent sacks of its older siblings. The couple said they initially feared the puppy was stillborn, but they rushed to clean the newborn canine when she started to move. We started to dry her off and noticed she was green, and immediately again thought there was something wrong. So we Googled it. My puppy is green. What's wrong? And apparently it's very rare, and it has happened a few times over the world. All over the world. Trevor told the paper. The rare discoloration, which has been documented before, is believed to be caused by light-colored puppies coming into contact with the green pigments from bile while in the womb. Did I lose audio?
No.
Oh, also the sound went off. I'm kind of amazed, really. As rare as it seems to be, I feel very... Oh, and it's like St. Patrick's Month. I feel very lucky to have witnessed it and be a part of it. I know you hear stories about things like that, but to be there and witness it, it was so good, Mosher said. Freya Mosher said in a Facebook post that the names being considered for the puppy include Hulkette, Fiona, Wasabi, Lucky Irish, And pistachio. Oh, I like pistachio. The couple said the puppy's green coloring has started to fade in the days since the birth. An expert said it will continue to fade in the coming weeks until it's completely gone.
See, I'd name it Kaboom, because when I was a kid and you ate Kaboom cereal, it turned your poop green.
Oh, yeah.
Kaboom. Do they even still make Kaboom anymore?
Or if he drools a lot, Slimer.
There you go.
I don't think they make Kaboom anymore.
Oh, damn it. Damn it, Jim. Well, speaking of eating things, we got this. This is a little worse than. Well,
it remained available until 2010 when it was discontinued.
Kaboom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Can't even have green poop anymore on command.
Oh, you still can.
You still can. I have ways. All right. Well, this is another story involving eating things. If the stupid share page would work. Let's try it one more time. There we go. Man has legs and fingers amputated after eating leftover noodles and suffering organ failure. What?
Oh, I read that today, and I didn't know that about rice. Rice. You can't have rice over 2 days. Like, really, I've eaten rice off the counter that's been sitting out for 3 days, 4 days.
Well, apparently it's lo mein noodles, too. A young man in New England underwent multiple amputations after eating leftover lo mein noodle meal after suffering multiple organ failure. The 19-year-old man's case was documented in the New England Journal of Medicine in March, and it recently went viral, being illustrated in a fictional portrayal on YouTube. According to findings in the New England Journal of Medicine, or the NEJM report, the man was fine until about 20 hours after eating a rice and chicken and lo mein meal left over from a restaurant. How many of us have eaten leftover Chinese food? Like,
unrefrigerated in the back of my car.
Holy shit, it's amazing you're still alive.
Like, from my back seat. 2 days later, I got some Panda Express back there.
Wow, you are brave. After that period, he developed abdominal pain, nausea, and started vomiting. He also experienced chest pain, shortness of breath, blurry vision, among other symptoms. He was going down the shitter quick. Multiple episodes of emesis occurred with vomitus that was either bile or red-brown. God, they use these weird words. The abdominal pain and vomiting were followed by the development of chills, generalized weakness, progressively worsening diffuse myalgias, chest pain, shortness of breath, headache, neck stiffness, blurry vision, and a bunch of other stuff. Good night. That dude was screwed. Yeah, he would have definitely died back in the pioneer days. A young man in New England underwent multiple amputations. Okay, we just read that. Why am I reading it again? According to the article, the hospitalized man had only received one of 3 doses of meningococcal something vaccine without a booster. So he had the vaccine, but he didn't get a booster. And they don't know exactly what went wrong with him, other than apparently your Chinese food should be immediately refrigerated to prevent the growth of bacteria that can cause food poisoning. If the food does not need to be cooled before being refrigerated. The other article I read about this said something about what is it? That flesh-eating bacteria had somehow got in the food, and apparently one of his friends ate some of the same leftovers, but he didn't have to have anything amputated. He just got really sick, but it was only for like a day or so. But yeah, they had to amputate both of his legs below the knees and different parts of his fingers. Damn, that was a hell of a Chinese meal. See, man, China. You can't even trust the food anymore. What is going on? Noodles are full of bacteria.
Yeah, I was figured like, the preservatives, all the preservatives and all that. I figured, oh, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. And the odd thing about it, now that I think about it, is I had General Chow's chicken and pork fried rice for dinner last night, and I had it leftovers today for lunch. Leftovers. But they were in the fridge, and I did nuke them to get them very hot. So maybe I killed. I don't know. If you see me next week and I don't have arms and legs, you'll know it was the damn Chinese food.
It was the frickin' Chow. Yeah.
It was General Chow. Screwed me
General
up.
Chow.
Wow. Yeah, man. I bet he doesn't eat Chinese lo mein noodles anymore. Hey, we're getting Chinese. You want some? No, I'm going to pass. I can't even use the chopsticks. I only have one finger left.
So, this next one from the Daily Mirror is actually talking, when they say a UFO enthusiast, they're actually talking about Tyler from Secure Team. So, they had a video of Tyler explaining it, but I didn't want to get flagged, so I just took some screenshots of what he dialed in on. Basically, what he's saying is what the interview says. So,
hi, this is Tyler.
Hi, it's Tyler, Secure Team Tyler. A UFO enthusiast believes they have found evidence of an alien spacecraft hovering over Earth in an old NASA photo. YouTube star Tyler, who goes by the name Secure Team 10, spotted the black triangular craft that he believes was photographed by mistake. As the Daily Star reports, the photo was taken in the 60s when 3 crew members were sent to orbit to perform an engineering test for the first crewed lunar module. During this mission, they took photos of the crew member doing a spacewalk, and in the background of the image is what Tyler believes to be a UFO. On his YouTube channel, Tyler said, "This is a photo snapped by one of the astronauts doing spacewalks before coming safely back down to Earth." And so, like, what the pictures are is the first picture of the astronauts, and that was them, like, right beforehand. And the next one is the actual picture, and it's, like, thousands and thousands of miles away that was, like, zoomed in on. Yeah, that one right there. So the triangle he found in that photo. In one of the photos I took doing spacewalks before coming back to Earth. In one of the photos they took thousands and thousands of miles away from Earth, a dark triangular craft seen above Earth in shuttle missions that happened many decades later. This was discovered to be lurking among these clouds all the way back in the 60s when this photo was taken. He zooms into the picture showing a black dot among the lurking clouds in the background. He continued, "It's still hard to see, but when we go all the way in, we get yet another dark triangle UFO. Seems to be at an angle as if it's flying right above the clouds, right at the line of where the Earth atmosphere meets space. Almost like it's orbiting the Earth along with the astronauts, who's likely, when snapping this photo, had no idea this mysterious black where the thing was." He continued, "It's still hard to see, but when we go in all the way, I said that. And I said that. His fans were convinced that the UFO was a solid proof of the existence of UFOs. One said, incredible. That photo taken from space all those years back, catching that triangle, is solid proof for me." So what do you guys think?
I think if this picture was taken in the 60s, it's probably a hell of a lot better than most of the pictures that are taken today, at least.
I was reading comments to it too, and one guy goes, "That is how you capture a UFO photo."
Yep. Yeah, I mean, if it's legit and it was in the 60s, I mean, they didn't have any prototype, planes and stuff that look like that. I mean, now, stealth fighters and stuff are kind of that triangular shape. But as far as I know, which doesn't amount to anything, they didn't have that kind of stuff back in the 60s. But is what trips me out is this picture of, here we're up in space. This is in the 60s. And we still can't do this today. What happened along the space journey where we seem to have gone backwards? Why? Inquiring minds want to know.
That we do.
Because, if this is all real legit, this is in the 60s. It's the Apollo up there in space, but yeah, we can't seem to wrap our finger around the right trigger these days to do it. Still think there's a reason for that.
I think so too.
It's not because we forgot how or we don't have the technology. I still think we saw something we weren't supposed to see and they were like, you don't come back here, or we're going to come to your planet and we're going to make human fried Chinese rice out of all of you.
Snitches get stitches.
Exactly.
Or turn into chow mein.
Yep. So I figured if I was going to do a story about a frozen penis earlier, might as well do this one. And I'm going to blame this one on Wolfie because he sent it to me. And
on who, Wolfie?
Yeah. So, I got some friends that work in the ER, and they've told me some crazy stories. Well, here's one of them. Man hospitalized after shoving a AA battery into his penis. Now, how many of you can say you've done that successfully?
How many can say you don't want to do it?
Yep. And, like Wolfie said when we were chatting, he was like, you think you maybe would have started off with a AAA? But nope, he went right to the AA. At least it wasn't a D. Stuck with the
Okay, when you're talking about anything into your self, anything bigger than a pin freaks me out.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
It was a case of self-assault and battery. An Iranian man was forced to go into the emergency room after shoving a AA battery down his penis. And a grotesque stunt worthy of the new Discovery series. This came out of me. The fiasco came to light after the unnamed 49-year-old man reported to a hospital in Tehran, where he informed doctors that he had a charging device lodged in his genital organ for the last 24 hours. According to a new case study published in the medical journal Urology Case Reports, but that's an interesting book. During a follow-up visit, the patient complained of a reoccurrence of obstructive and irritating urinary symptoms, including dysuria, decreased urinary force, and he also reported experiencing a burning sensation whenever he tried to urinate. If I was a doctor, I'd be I would say that's because you had a friggin' battery shoved up your dick, dumbass. Of course you're going to feel some discomfort. The fiasco came to light after the unnamed 49-year-old man reported to the hospital, why is this like doubling my fangs all the time here? I read what I just read. Meanwhile, the subsequent x-rays revealed severe and progressive scarring to his urethra, which mitigated the amount of the amount of fluids that could flow through the tube. Yeah, it's going to hurt to pee. Once again, because you had a battery shoved up there. Doctors surmised that the scar tissue buildup could have been caused by toxic chemicals inside the battery. Well, there's that too. Battery acid inside your wiener. What the hell's wrong with people? I can't even finish the article. Yeah, it's just what the hell's wrong with people?
Makes me think about that flash cord cable someone had.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
whole flash cable.
Oh, I got it. There is something at the end of this, isn't there? Did I include it? Nope, I must have not included it. Damn it. Yeah, it said something about it wasn't the first time that they had seen strange things in there because somebody else came in and they had 6 feet of twine inside them. What? Why? How? How do you get? Oh, never mind.
I mean, it's not even like the deep. You know, when you put your tongue and you get those little.
Yeah, 9-volt battery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like a little charge, but like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a guy, so I don't know. Like, if there's a pleasure spot in that spot, I don't know why you'd want to put something in there and stretch it out. I don't know.
Hey, I'll be legit. I've stuck my wiener in plenty of strange places, but I've never stuck any strange things in my.
In it, yeah.
Oh man! And when it comes down to it, they do make special, toys with
Actual toys, safe
yeah
toys with like
for
a pull string so you can pull the stuff back out with a loop on it, a finger loop.
yeah. But this guy was like, "Oh, I didn't have enough money for one of those. I'm just going to use this battery. I found it outside in the street. I washed it off. It's good. It's all clean.
Oh God.
Got a crack in it. Wrapped it up with some.
What am I gonna do with all these used batteries?
Yeah. Hey, I think I'll stick one in my wiener. How'd that work out for you? I told you my stories tonight are just off the chain and in the gutter.
What, Christina?
Power wiener.
Christina says it happens. Some of these people actually have cut off their penises. We had 2 inmates that attempted it.
Well,
Did you freeze? Like the frozen weenie. Hi, Jason. We're just having a little bit of technical difficulties for a moment. You're having some insomnia. Hi, Tommy. Okay, well, I'm going to read one while Rob figures out. We've got this from gizmodo.com. And a father accidentally shuts down his town's whole internet in an effort to limit his own child's screen time. And you guys still hear me, right? I think he's paused. Hold on, let me see. I don't know. I'm still on, and I don't know if they hear me though. Do you guys still hear me? Okay. They hear me, so maybe you got bumped out. Are you able to pop back in, or do we have to make a new link? So, in case you haven't noticed, kids these days just do not know how to make or how to moderate their screen time. So, in a desperate bid to get his children offline, some guy in France apparently blitzed his entire town's internet connection by accident, that is. He now faces up to 6 months in prison for the outage. A report from the outlet France Bleu says the unnamed dad tried to use a multi-wave band jammer to temporarily cut off the internet connection at his residence. Jammers, which are illegal in France and also in the US, work by interfering with telecommunication signals, thus stifling connections. Despite being illegal, people still get arrested for using them pretty much all the time. In this case, the dad in question deployed the device in the hopes of prying his social media addicted children away from the grips of their devices. When later questioned by a government official, the man apparently admitted he only wanted to cut off the connectivity to his house at night between the hours of midnight and 3 a.m., probably so his kids would put the phones down and just go to bed already. Unfortunately for the padre, the jamming device was powerful enough to cut connectivity not just to his own residence, but, unbeknownst to him, to those of many, many others in the surrounding area. His neighbors eventually started reporting their outages, after which the government was forced to investigate. The outlet reports he was thinking of depriving his children of the internet and did not imagine that the wave jammer he was using would disrupt telecommunications in an area spanning two municipalities. An investigation by the National Frequency Agency established his responsibility and legal proceedings were initiated. The man now faces up to 6 months in jail and a fine of 30,000 euros. And then, ouch, there's got to be an easier way to unplug than this, folks. Perfect timing, Rob.
I'm actually hooked to the internet with my cell phone being a hotspot because for some reason I just lost my whole internet. So we'll see if this works. I got like 20% left on my cell phone, but I just plugged it in. So hopefully it'll work. I was like, wow, all that wiener talk, they must have just booted this, but no, it was just my internet. Taking the dump for some reason.
As soon as I finished the article, you popped right on.
Yeah.
So I just did the guy who shut down the internet.
Oh, there you go. Perfect segue. He got me too.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Maybe someone used a jammer.
Could be. Could be. Well, there's this lady. Not a Florida man story, but it's a Florida woman this time. Drunk. Florida lawyer, 49, strips completely naked and refuses to put her clothes back on at the bar after being refused service. You know, that's what I would do if they refuse service to me. I'd just say, I'm just going to get naked then. Maybe not. A Florida lawyer has been arrested after authorities say she stripped completely nude at the bar after being refused service because she was already too drunk. Kathy Elkins, 49, was booked into Pinellas County Jail on Friday in a misdemeanor court of disorderly conduct, making it her second time behind bars that week.
That week.
According to arrest affidavit, Elkins walked into the lounge bar in St. Petersburg, Florida, just after 2:15 a.m. and was refused service by the bar manager because she was already deemed to be too intoxicated. The defendant walked into the restroom and then came out totally unclothed and completely naked. Isn't that like an oxymoron? If she was totally unclothed, that would mean she's completely naked. It's kind of like jumbo shrimp. According to the complaint cited, the manager told Elkins to put her damn clothes back on and leave, but she refused, prompting the manager to call the sheriff's office. The affidavit states that a deputy who responded to the lounge found Elkins in her birthday suit. She had to be told several times to get dressed, at which time she put on a zip-up hoodie, but she wouldn't zip it up. The deputy wrote this in his complaint. Elkins allegedly refused to put her pants back on, saying that she was just too tired. What the hell was she drinking? That's what I want to know. 49-year-old lawyer would not 49-year-old lawyer would not answer any questions about what had led up to her naked stunt at the bar. But just 2 days earlier, Elkins was arrested on a charge of obtaining food and lodging with intent to defraud, according to a complaint filed in that case and reviewed. Elkins had lunch and multiple alcoholic beverages valued at just over $38 at the Nori Thai restaurant in St. Petersburg on Wednesday afternoon. When she received the bill, Elkins didn't have any money to cover the charges and instead offered her purse as a payment. At least it was her purse and not her, And
Coin
2000,
purse?
yeah. I got this old used
Coin purse.
AA battery that I got from a friend of mine. In 2019, Elkins was picked up on a charge of driving under the influence. I want this lady for a lawyer. She was picked up for driving under the influence and was later downgraded to reckless driving after she was found drunk inside her BMW with the engine still running. So technically she wasn't driving.
That's a DUI. No, but it's DUI fear.
Yep.
Reason.
It was reduced, downgraded to reckless driving. Oh, man. She's a graduate of John Marshall Law School and was admitted to the bar in 2001, is listed as a member in good standing with no history of disciplinary actions against her. I bet she can't say that anymore. Elkins' LinkedIn page indicates that she has operated a private practice for the past 6 years and is also a licensed real estate agent. So, wow.
She's got to be pretty, smart to have, pass the bar, get her license, get, all these things she's doing, but her choice is just, or she's allergic to alcohol, just shouldn't drink.
I mean, because in this picture, she's like, hey, baby. And in this picture, she's like, they just let me out to nervous hospital. I reckon I ain't got no reason to kill nobody. So,
I want to lick your cheek.
Great googly moogly. What's the world coming to? I ask myself that at least 20 times a day now.
My head's just on a sliver. I just like this all day now.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, Pop, can you imagine what kind of services she offers? Hey, aren't you the lawyer that was naked in the bar the other day? Why, yes, I am. Cool. We're going to go get the... Can we go do that again? Or, getting your...
Let's go out for let's talk this over drinks.
Yeah, let's talk this over in your BMW. Just saying. Got a house you want to sell me? A bridge over troubled water?
I don't know if we've done this one yet. This one has that little video and then some pictures. A UFO stuns alien experts as it hangs above city in broad daylight. And this is Lad Bible. Not sure, because I have another UFO one where it was over Mexico and Las Vegas. And I was getting confused on which ones were red and which ones weren't.
That was one in Mexico and Vegas. That was the taco truck that is taking flight now. Maybe.
Uh-huh.
It's where Miley gets her weed from the taco truck.
Oh, yes. Okay. So this one here, and then there's a video where you can hear the guy recording it. And A mysterious UFO has been spotted hovering over the sky in broad daylight. You can see it here and make a verdict on your own what it is. The object was seen lurking over Islamabad, the capital of Pakistan, and was visible for nearly 2 hours, according to one eyewitness. Arslan33 said, "I still don't know what it was. I filmed it for over 12 minutes at different times, took dozens of pictures, and observed it for the best part of 2 hours. To the naked eye, it seemed like a black, round rock, but as I zoomed in, I could see it was roughly the shape of a triangle with a clear bulge on top above towards the back. It was solid black and had no sharp edges. It wasn't reflecting too much light and had no lights were emitting from it. In the footage, the shape can be seen hanging without moving over the capital's DHA1 district. A fly and several birds also fly across and into the shot, showing the clear difference between them and the distant UFO. Dude said, "I don't know what it was, but I know what it wasn't. It wasn't a bird. I've actually got birds in the clip when I was filming this thing. I fly drones myself, so I know it wasn't a commercial drone either. And it makes no sense for a military to be flying secret drones over a posh area of the capital where most of the army and government officers live." Dude has since shared his footage online with UFO hunters. Were impressed by how clear the images are. One commented, "Not just for the technical achievement of such extended physical effort to track it for so long, but also the extended verbal commentary and description of the event." Another said, "Oh, this is how you capture a UFO." Although unsure what it is, Dude reckons we're not alone in the universe. With the number of stars and planets in the known universe, it's statistically impossible that we are the only intelligent beings in this universe, he said. Have they visited Earth? I think we have to look at the evidence and go where it leads. There's certainly a possibility.
Here's the video.
It's not a drone. It's definitely not a kite. And it's not a bird. Here's a bird. Here's a bird. There's a bird. This is not a bird. In the same spot. See? Boom. This is just an odd thing. Just there for the past 1 hour or so. Having here, you can see birds. Where are the birds? They are the birds. There the birds are. So that's definitely not a bird. See, everything is clear. Nothing, and boom. There you go. There it is. Still, it's not moving. It's just my camera that's moving. My hand that is moving.
That's pretty trippy. It's a glitch in the Matrix. What do y'all think? Pretty weird. Yeah, I mean, that, for video, that's actually a pretty good video.
Yeah. Uh-oh. The computer's starting.
Uh-oh.
Man, that was too good for too long.
I have that rodeo fan going. Well, my naked lady in the bar was the last article I have.
Okay, I think there's one. Mouse. No, that was my last one too. So, we thought this week it might be fun. And we had some cartoons. We're not cartoons, but little skits that we're going to add in. my friend Bonnie, who's an author and a TV actress, does like the mystery murder parties, all that. She's really fun. She's now a TikToker. And some of her series that she does, she plays like the mom, like the alien in charge of who protects the earth. And there's all these like jokes about how tsunamis are made. Like her daughter, steals the earth and, either giving it the murder hornets. They're just really silly, funny, little fun skits. And I thought I'd like to put a couple of them in here when we're done with our articles just for fun. She's got like 20 of them. And they're just cutesy little things. But I didn't do that this week. This week, I wanted to talk about life path numbers and how many of you already know your life path numbers. So
I
you
know
know how to shut
mine.
the computer. I don't know how I'm going to do this now with the computer shut. So if you don't know, I had my notes to even explain what they are if you guys don't know. This computer's going to drive me batty though.
Batty, batty, batty. Yeah, I can't even look anything up online because I have limited interweb access. Wow. We got issues, don't we?
Yeah. So when you get your life path number figured out, it kind of is like astrology or your zodiac, where there's certain traits that go along with it. And I know how to calculate it by hand, but if you guys, you have to give your full birth date, and I can give you your life path number, and then the I found a calculator because it's quicker than me doing it by hand. Um, when it pulls up the number, it gives you um, like the basic little meaning to it. So you get an idea what it stands for, and then you can look more into yourself and your life path number. Like I'm an 8, but I don't personally feel I fall under the descriptions of it, and I'm usually right on when it comes to things like my zodiac and just everything else. It fits it to a T, but I don't really feel like I'm an 8. But if you would like to know yours and want to put in your birthday, I can pull it up for you and let you know what that says about you. Okay, let's see. Papa Krampus. I'm just getting my phone to load up. Oh, so it's, oh, where'd Rob go? Oh, Rob. Where did you go? Wait, I'm still seeing him on here. He's writing me back. Okay, he's trying to get back online. I'm gonna look it up another way because, of course, things are being weird. It's not working either. Okay. Let me put this in 4263. I don't know why it won't open on my Google here. So I'm going to read it sideways and see if I can do this without dumping everything. So you would be life path number 7. And your life path number is the number of higher awareness, a wider point of view. Those with life path number 7 tend to be intellectual and analytical thinkers. You likely have a great understanding of the spiritual self and are drawn to the mysteries of the very existence of all that is the universe and everything within it. You are more independent and tend to withdraw into your own solitary world to contemplate on your current projects. Be wary of becoming too narrow-minded and reclusive. Let me see if we have another one. Yeah, he's trying to get back on. That's awesome. That's awesome, Kevin. Okay, I think you're the only one on YouTube so far. Let me check Facebook. Okay, we've got some on here, so let's see. Wolfie. Where did it go? 593. And you, Wolfie, are life path number 6. Your life path number is the number of responsibility and awareness. Those with life path number 6 tend to be the healers of our society. Because of your loving, compassionate, and reasonable nature, you are likely to find yourself following endeavors that involve helping those who are weak and less fortunate. Be wary of becoming overburdened by those seeking a helping hand or a shoulder to cry on, and mindful of not recognizing that the help and assistance you think you are providing to others can also be seen as too smothering and interfering. And then we've got Evelyn. Evelyn, you are life path number 3. Your life path number is a vibration of independence, one of creative self-expression and communication. Those with life path number 3 tend to be charismatic, charming, and witty. You are more expressive, upbeat, and creative, and as such are more likely to be drawn to pursuits that will act as an outlet for your artistic talents. Be wary of losing concentration and not committing to your projects, as well as becoming disorganized with your responsibilities and money. Heather? You are life path number 8. Your life path number is one of returning karma and opportunity. Those with life path number 8 tend to be natural leaders rather than followers, with a good capacity to visualize and an intuitive ability to know what needs to be done in order to accomplish the task at hand. And such, you are more likely to find yourself being more successful with money in business or politics. That's the part of mine I say that I don't match with. Be wary of losing sight of your compassion and becoming too ambitious and greedy in the pursuit of your goals. Christina. You are life path number 1. That's a cool one. Your life path number is a strong vibration, one of individuality and invention. Those with life path number 1 tend to be ambitious, individualistic, determined, and likely to take on a leader role in any venture. You are likely to be drawn to independent, creative, and innovative pursuits. You like the freedom to follow your own goals and be the boss when it comes to making any and all of your life decisions. Be wary of over exceeding yourself and losing focus on your endeavors. Okay, I think that's... Oh, sure, I'll do one for Miss Wolf. Rob, you're in chat, though? Okay, well, let me just finish a couple of these, and then we can cut it, since we're having issues. Let me do one for Miss Wolfie. Okay. Miss Wolfie is life path number 5. Your life path number is the number of freedom and change. Those with life path number 5 tend to be adventurous and free-spirited people. You are much more likely to crave change and new life experiences because of your upbeat personality. You are likely to motivate others. Your curious, flexible, and impulsive nature will draw you towards travel and other exciting pursuits. Be wary of overstretching yourself or overreaching in search for freedom. Let me see what's going on in here. Since we have half an hour left and Rob can't get back on, we're just going to cut this short. Next week on Paranormal Soup, this Sunday, we have special guest Washid Hassan. Oh, Rob, you made it. You made it. I was just about to close out.
Yeah. I found out Xfinity had a planned outage right in the middle of the show. Great. Works for me.
Nice.
I think I'm on my neighbor's Wi-Fi.
You are?
Somehow, I don't know. Man, what a pain in the ass. So maybe here for the rest of the show, or I might disappear again.
Well,
I got on my phone and I was in the waiting room, but I didn't know if you could bring me into the show or not because I couldn't seem to bring myself in.
oh, weird. Yeah, that's, I think, something that if I was on the computer broadcasting, I think that's something I could do now.
Yeah. Wowzers.
So you want to just maybe run the box till you cut out again and then we can just shut it? Or how would you like to proceed?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Heathen.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know if I should try to run my box or not. I don't know what kind of I don't know what kind of interconnection I got. Internet connection I got.
Well, maybe we shouldn't push it then.
Yeah.
So I was just letting them know about next week. Paranormal Soup. I saw the guest name, but I did not see what his forte is.
Yeah, we've had him on before.
Yeah, and I can't remember his specialty.
Involved in AA batteries. That's all I can say. We can try the ghostly box here. What's the worst that could happen? I could get kicked offline? We've made some improvements. Yeah, right. Made some improvements at a major inconvenience to you.
I'm going to shut the computer while we do this so we don't hear the fan.
The Model T Ford, as Jason said?
Yeah, or to me it's like a airplane, like a turbine engine about to take off sometimes.
Yeah, we're cruising along tonight's show by the seat of our pants. At least I am.
I'm in that boat with you.
Well, how do you do, spirits? What do you think of our technological debacle here?
That sounds like a Flanderism.
Yeah.
Yep. No. Yep.
Yep.
On.
Where's the dadgum volume button on this newfangled tablature?
Dot.
Conscience.
Zip. Zip.
You guys hear that?
Yeah.
Is it pretty light?
Yes.
Here we The spirit never gets this quiet. What's going on?
And that doesn't run off of Wi-Fi.
What is happening? I do not know. It's just one thing after another tonight, man.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe we should quit while we're ahead.
I think so. Yeah, it's not working.
Well, it was a good time anyhow.
Yeah.
At least we made it tonight.
Yep. We're gonna just call it quits.
Yep.
An hour early because the something just is saying no, you're not gonna finish a show tonight.
No. And I am exhausted. Both of us are
Yep.
kind of exhausted from trying to fix everything. Just to have it not work.
Yeah.
Lori suggested cards. I do see her suggestion, Lori, but I am just very tired to be reading anymore tonight myself and brain dead.
Yep. Yep.
So we'll have to do that one next week.
I'm done working with these electronics tonight, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take that as a ticket out of here. So sorry about that, but hopefully we'll be back next week without so many freaking problems.
The Russians, they're jamming us.
Yep. And thanks to Xfinity doing a scheduled outage. Apparently, I didn't get the memo on that until the middle of the show when all of a sudden the internet went out. Scheduled outage. They're going to take that off my bill? I highly doubt it.
And you can fight for that too. You might get a few cents.
All right. Well, yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Give it our best effort. Good night.
Good night.